Am I audible? Okay. Good evening, everyone. I, Grace. Good evening, everyone. I, Grace Matthew, interning at the Nature's Eye organization, welcome you all to the World of Dolphins webinar. Before we proceed further, I would like to introduce you all a group of nature enthusiasts who wish to share their knowledge and experience with the world. They strive to bring informative and educational content from the tiny living world to the city dwellers. Their motto is to empower environmentalists everywhere, which aims to create opportunities for budding environmentalists, people related to this field, and also the ones who want to join it anew through their various offline and online programs. This workshop is one such attempt within the training and internship program which we are a part of. There are a number of such events in the line as well. We would like to inform you that we will be conducting a webinar on cyber security in wildlife crime on the 18th of September, about which further information will be shared by the end of this session. So stay tuned to know more. Participants who stay till the end of this session and fill in the attendance sheet will be given e-certificates and know more about our special discounts for the upcoming event. Now, coming to today's event, present in our midst, Ms. Disha Gupta, who worked as an aquaculture worker, trainer at IS-80, qualified level 3 RPL under PKVY, and has 2 years of teaching experience in College of Fisheries Sciences and Research. Now, without any further delay, I request all our participants to keep themselves muted throughout the session. And if you have any queries, please type it down in the chat box. We will take up all the questions in the last 10 minutes at the end of today's session. Thank you once again, and over to you, ma'am.
All right. Thank you, Grace, for this lovely introduction. And hi, good evening to all the wonderful participants. And as this is a Teachers' Day, I'm sure all the participants, maybe some of them are very senior to me. So also from my end, happy Teachers' Day to all. So, and regarding the presentation, in case if we have something really very inquisitive to interact with, then certainly we will unmute and we will have a question answer round as well. So talking about today's presentation, we will be discussing about dolphins of the world. So there are so many dolphins all across the world, and we will be describing all of them. So can we have next slide, please? Yeah. So the topics that we will be covering for the day will include the classification of dolphins, their characteristics, the dolphins of the world, and the types that are found, the different genera, species that are found. And we will take a special case of Ganga River dolphin and the dolphin project associated with that. Next slide, please. Next, please. Yeah. So the classification is dolphins belong to the kingdom Animalia because it's multicellular and it has a well-developed nervous system. It belongs to phylum Chordata and it has, because of the presence of notochord, it belongs to class Mammalia as it has mammary glands, it feeds, and it has hairs on its body. It belongs to order Artiodactyla. That means it is even-toed, and the intra-order Cetacea. Because it's a gigantic mammal, it is found in marine waters, and it is carnivorous in nature. Next slide, please. So these are the few families under which all the dolphins of the world are being classified till date. One is Delphinity. So Delphinity covers all the oceanic dolphins. And we have then Inidae, Lipotidae, Petenestridae, Pontoridae. So these are the dolphins of fresh river water. So all the dolphins that live in fresh water or are obligate to freshwater dweller comes under these. Next, please. Next slide, please. Yeah. So what are the characteristics of dolphins? Their occurrence. They can be found in marine water, brackish water, or river waters. So we all know that marine waters, the salinity is quite high, whereas in brackish water, it's intermediate between the fresh water as well as marine. And then we have nutrition. So what does the dolphins consume? They consume fishes, they consume squids, mollusca, they consume crustaceans. And how do they respire? Do they respire by gills? No, because that is how they are differentiated from fishes. They breathe air using lungs. How do they move? The movement is by the use of tails and flippers at the same time to breach. So now we'll ask, what is breaching? So breaching is a behavior in which dolphins move from the surface waters and expel excess of waters from their bodies. They flip and jump from the water. Excretion. They do not sweat and thus they do not lose salt across the skin. So, and unlike the seabirds, they don't even have any specialized glands to excrete salts. So in such case, salt excretion happens through kidney. Their growth is from 5 feet to 30 feet. And their reproduction is basically internal fertilization happens in them. Next slide, please. So these are the markings where the dolphins are found. So it can be seen that they are found all across the globe. These are the points. So next slide, please. So what are the types of dolphins? So they are, first of all, I have covered the dolphins of oceanic dolphins from the family Delphinidae. So they are long-beaked common dolphin from the genera Delphinus, and short-beaked common dolphin from, the genera Delphinus, Delphinus capensis, and Delphinus delphis. We have bottlenose dolphin, Tursiops truncatus. We have Indo-Pacific bottlenose dolphin, Tursiops edencus. We have northern right-winged dolphin, Lizardelphus borealis. We have southern right-winged dolphin, Lizardelphus perunii. We have Tucuxi, which is Sotalia vitalis. We have Costera, Sotalia guineensis. So the special features about these dolphins is the long-beaked dolphin the common dolphins are the most common all across the globe. And the differences lies in their long beak and short beak. And the bottlenose dolphins are also quite common, and they come under the genera Tursiops. Northern right whale is found in the northern hemisphere, and southern right whale is found in the southern hemisphere. They both fall under the genera Lizardelphus, and Lizardelphus borealis and Lizardelphus perunii are the two members of this genera. Tucuxi is lives in a basically this is kept under Delphinidae, but it is found in fresh waters. So this is an exception. But why it has been kept under Delphinidae family when it is found in fresh water? The reason being because at molecular level it is more closer to family Delphinidae. Now we have Costero, Sotalia guineensis. It is also found in brackish water. It can live in river water as well, and but still it's kept in the family Delphinidae because of its closer proximity to family Delphinidae. Now we have Indo-Pacific humpback dolphin, Sousa chinensis, and Chinese white dolphin, Sousa chinensis. So this is Sousa chinensis is actually a subspecies of Sousa chinensis. So the special feature about them is they have humpbacked. Next slide, please. Next, please. Can we see the pictures? Nishta, can we have next slide? Just a moment, participants.
It's already. I have with the.
I'm unable to see the screen. What's wrong? Participants, are you able to see the pictures?
I think there's a technical issue. Please give us a minute.
Can you see?
Yeah, so these are the pictures of oceanic dolphins. This is Delphinus capiensis at the left, then Delphinus delphis. And this Delphinus capiensis, as I have said, it is a long-beaked common dolphin, and Delphinus delphis is a short-beaked common dolphin. The differences lies in their beaks. And in this bottlenose dolphin, that is Tersiops edencus, Tersiops australis, and Tersiops. So as you can see, they are bottlenose. Their noses are quite bottle-shaped. And then we have at the right Lysodelphis borealis and Lysodelphis perionine. So they are the northern right-whale dolphin and the southern right-whale dolphin respectively. And you can see the difference lies in their pigmentation. In the Lysodelphis borealis, the pigment is darker and it is at the wider range of the body. Next slide, please. Yeah. So these are again Sotalia fluviatilis, Sotalia guinensis, Stenobradiensis, Sousa chinensis. As we have discussed about Sousa chinensis, Sousa sahulensis, and Sousa tuesai. So they are humpback dolphin. You can see a small humpback, right? And this Sotalia fluviatilis, as we have discussed, this is a Tucuxi and Susella guinensis is costera. Then we have Stenobradiensis. Next slide, please. Yeah. So now we have Atlantic humpback dolphin, Sousa tuesai, which has been showed in the previous slide. Then we have Atlantic spotted dolphin, Stellina frontalis, which was also shown in the previous slide. Then we have Clemene dolphin, Stellina clemene, Pantropical spotted dolphin, Stellina attenuata, spinner dolphin, Stellina longistoris, strip dolphin, Stellina quirulioba, rough-toothed dolphin, Stellina bridensis, Chilean dolphin, Cephalorhynchus eutropa, Commerson's dolphin, Cephalorhynchus commersoni, Heaveside's dolphin, Cephalorhynchus heaveside. So I'll show the pictures in the next slide. So this is Stellina attenuata at the top left. Then we have Stellina clemene, which is known as Clemene's dolphin. Then we have Stellina quadrialba, Stellina longiostris, and Stellina frontalis. So Stellina clemene is actually a hybrid between Stellina quadrialba and Stellina longiostris. So yes, these dolphins can also hybrid, right? In nature, not in captivity, in nature as well. And the Stellina clemene is also a viable offspring, and it can also produce viable fertile offsprings. Yes, now we have Cephalorhynchus heaveside, Cephalorhynchus hectori, Cephalorhynchus commersoni, Cephalorhynchus eutropia. So all four belong to one genre, that is Cephalorhynchus. And the differences lies in their pigmentation pattern. So the basically we have divided all the dolphins based on their pigmentation, based on their uh, fins, based on their beaks, snouts. And as you can see in all these four, if you can look at these dolphins belonging to the genera Cephalorhynchus, you will see that pigmentation pattern is quite different. At the top left, Cephalorhynchus heaviside, there is a small stripe of white, whereas in Cephalorhynchus commersoni or commersoni dolphin, you will see the entire dorsal region is, the maximum dorsal region is white. Whereas you will see in Hectori dolphin or Cephalorhynchus hectori, the anterior ventral portion is quite wide and there's a collar in between, right? And Cephalorhynchus eutropa, you can see the pigment and the slight patch, gray patch as well. So these are the difference. And in Grampus griseus, you will see some stripes. Yes, you will see some scratch marks. If you will zoom it and closely watch it, there will be scratch marks in this dolphin, which are naturally occurring. So now I have types of dolphin. Again, there's a Hector's dolphin, as shown in the previous slides, Pararincus hectori. Then we have resource dolphin, Grampus griseus, which is also shown in the previous slide, which has a lot of scratch marks. Then we have Preser's dolphin, Leginodelphis hosi. Then we have Atlantic white-sided dolphin, Legorhynchus acutus. Then we have dusky dolphin, Legorhynchus obscurus. Then we have hourglass dolphin, Legorhynchus cruciger. Then we have Pacific white-sided dolphin, Legorhynchus obliquidens. Then we have Peles dolphin, Legorhynchus australis. Then we have white-beaked dolphin, Legorhynchus albatrosis. And Australian stubborn dolphin, Orcelia hensoni. In the pictures, if you, in the next slide, yeah, you can see the differences. Anyone can make out the differences. Yes, one dolphin is quite different from the other. As you can see, the Leginodelphis hosi, it's quite massive. It's quite huge, right? Whereas in Legorhynchus acutus, you will see it's quite lean. Same goes with Legorhynchus albatrosis. It's also quite lean, right? And if you say the Legorhynchus australis is also quite lean, but the pigmentation pattern and the stripe pattern is different. And Legorhynchus cruciger, which is also known as the hourglass dolphin, you can see the curvy nature, the curvy appearances in all these dolphins, right? There is a pattern like dark pigmentation, then completely white, then gray. So it's not just one color, it's a blend of so many colors, right? We have seen Legorhynchus obliquidens, right? Then obscurus. So next slide, please. Yeah, so in this slide of oceanic dolphins, we see Irrawaddy dolphin, that is Orcella breviostris. So Irrawaddy dolphin is also a dolphin which is found in Indian waters. Okay, so it is found in the brackish water of Chilika Lake in Odisha. So we will be studying about Ganga River dolphin, but yes, this dolphin is also of great significance for the southern ecosystem of a country. Then we have melon-headed whale, Peponcephala electra, the killer whale, orca or Sinus orca. Although the names are mentioned whale, but they are not true whales. Okay, because their size is so gigantic, we call as a common name we have called them whale, but they are more genetically or molecular level, they are more similar to the dolphin families. Then we have killer whale orca, which is Orcinus orca. Orcas are massive dolphins, which are carnivorous. All dolphins are carnivorous, but they are even capable of consuming different species of other dolphins. They might consume on the calves or small dolphins. Then we have pygmy killer whale, Peressa attenuata, false killer whale, Pseudorca crescens, long-filled pilot whale, Globicipella melas, long, short-finned pilot whale, Globicipella macrorhynchus. Burunan dolphin, Tersiops australis, which was discovered in 2011. I've already shown the picture of Tersiops australis amongst the other genera of Tersiops, bottlenose dolphins, but it has been recently cited in 2011. Then we have Australian humpback dolphin, Sousa saulensis. I've also shown the picture of Sousa saulensis in the previous slides. And it is also recognized, this is the fourth recognized humpback dolphin species, and it was discovered in 2014. Now, these are the pictures of those oceanic dolphins, Ursula breviostris, Ursula hensoni, and this is Orcinus orca, which is commonly known as orca. This is the massive dolphin which consumes on different dolphins, the calves. Then we have Peresca tenuata and Peponispella electra at the right. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. Yeah. So we have the Pseudo-Orca precedens. And then we have the two members from the genera Globicipella macrorhynchus, Globicipella melas. So the difference lies in the pigmentation and the size of their flippers. Next slide, please. Yeah, so freshwater dolphins. Now these are the four families of obligate freshwater dolphins, that is Platanestidae, Pontoporidae, Inidae, and Leporidae. They all belong to the river dolphins. So Boto. Boto is found in Amazon River water, but recently it has not been reported since 2006. Its scientific name is Inia geoffrensis, and it belongs to family Inidae. Then we have a Chinese river dolphin, Baiji Lipoids vexillor, which is considered functionally extinct from family Leporidae. I'm sorry, this Boto is found in Amazon river dolphin and it's still in presence, whereas Chinese river dolphin is extinct since 2006. Then we have Ganga river dolphin, which is Platista gingitica, and Indus river dolphin, which is Platista gingitica minor. So they both were initially considered to be from the same genre, that is Platanistica, but somehow it was researched and it was found that there are slight differences, and there are differences in their tooth, their dentition, their flippers, and after that they were the Platista gingitica minor or Indus river dolphin was kept in as a different subspecies. And then we have La Plata dolphin, that is Franciscana, Pontoporia danville, family Pontoporidae. So this dolphin is also a river water dolphin. However, it is found in brackish water as well as marine water. So this is also one exception. It's not an obligate river water dolphin. Next slide, please. Yeah. So these are the images of these fresh river dolphins. One is Platanista gingitica, the Ganga river dolphin, then Platista gingitica minor, the Indus river dolphin. Then we have Inu geoffrensis, which is Amazon river dolphin. And then we have, which is found in South America, Lipoids vexillor from China, which is used to be found in Yangtze, but recently not being reported since 2006. So because of excessive construction of dams, so there is a high possibility that it might be extinct or critically endangered. Then we have Pontoporia danville, Franciscana dolphin. Next slide, please. Yeah. So these are the worldwide spread of river water dolphins. At the left, we can see in South America, the Amazon river system, where these dolphins and the subspecies can be found. And it has been reported that some subspecies are being found in recent times. Then if you see on the right-hand side, you will find the small blue patches for Ganga river You'll find the Bangladesh rivers, the Ganga River dolphin in Bangladesh, Nepal region, and then Indus River dolphin at near Pakistan, Punjab province. Next slide, please. Yes, and this is the map of our Amazon, and these are the different species and subspecies of Inia. This one is Inia geoffrensis, and we have Inia geoffrensis humboldt. So, and then Inia boliviensis. That's it. So these are the you can see in yellow patches, green patches, purple and orange patches. These subspecies can be found. Next slide, please. So now coming to Ganga River dolphin. So these are the basic points that we know about Ganga River dolphin. Their scientific name is Echinus gingitica. They are often called as Susu, as their local name is Susu. The local people call them because when they move, they move, they create ultrasonic sounds. So this kind of song can be heard like Susu. So henceforth they are named like Susu. And then we have Ganga River dolphin was officially discovered in 1801 by Henrik. Ganga River dolphin was once lived in the Ganga, Brahmaputra, Meghna, and Karnatpuli Sangu river systems of Nepal, India, and Bangladesh. But the species is extinct from most of its early distribution ranges. Right. Now we won't find this dolphin in all the rivers that has been mentioned here. And this can only live in fresh water. That means it's an obligate freshwater dweller. It is essentially blind. So yes, because Ganga River dolphin doesn't have lens, henceforth it is blind, and therefore it uses an ultrasonic waves. It generates ultrasonic sounds, and the process we all know is known as echolocation method. And how does it work? It bounces when it releases ultrasonic sounds. It bounces off after touching the fishes or the prey, and then this enables them to sight their prey, and thus they feed on fishes. They're frequently found alone or in small groups, and generally a mother and calf travel together. So basically, Ganga River dolphin is, you can find them in groups because dolphins are social animals. They love being socialized, and if alone, then they will often be walking along with their calves. And the calves are also brown, chocolate brown at their birth, and they give grayish brown, smooth, hairless skin as adults. So they change, the pigmentation pattern changes as they grow up, and females can be distinguished from males as they are larger than males, and they give birth once every 2 to 3 years to only one calf. Next slide, please. So this is the distribution of Ganga River dolphin in our Indian river system. Next slide, please. Yeah, next. Yeah. So the population. So as per this global population is estimated to be around 4,000. And the 80% of the population is found in Indian subcontinent. So genetic dolphin census suggests that genetic dolphin population in India could be around 2,500 to 3,000. So as per the Ministry of State of Environment, Forest and Climate Change, there are about 1,272 dolphins in Uttar Pradesh and 962 dolphins in Assam. Next slide, please. So this is an image that I have taken, and which shows that how many dolphins are found. The Ganga River mainstream and tributaries, there are around 2,381 dolphins. Brahmaputra and tributaries, 635 dolphins. Ganga River system and Sundarbans, around 460 dolphins. Karnali River and tributaries, there are maybe more than 50, so which makes a total of around 3,526 dolphins. Next slide, please. So what are the threats? Now, basically a concern is that we all adore this Ganga River dolphin, but what are the threats? So there are so many threats which they are possessing and which is causing their depletion. One is bycatch. Both dolphins and humans prefer sections of river where fish are plentiful and the water current is slower. That's true. That dolphins are found in the river where the currents are slow. And obviously, as humans, also the local people will also like to catch a lot of fishes. So there will be a conflict among dolphins and humans, and they will also dolphins would like to consume feed on fishes. So this has resulted in fewer fish for humans and more dolphins dying as a result of being caught in fishing nets by accident. So what happens during fishing, the dolphins get accidentally caught in the nets. And for dolphins, as we all know, that they breathe through lungs, not gills. So it is critically essential for them to come up to the surfaces after 5 to 7 minutes to breathe. But after being caught in nets, becomes really impossible for them. As a result, they die due to suffocation. Then because of pollution, they face a number of threats, including the dumping of single-use plastics in water bodies, industrial pollution, and fishing. We all know there's so many harmful toxicants from industries, factories are being dumped into waters and rivers. And there's so many people consuming that water and polluting at individual level as well. Their corpse is being discarded. Then poaching. Dolphins are also being poached there for flesh, fat, and oil, which is used as a prey to catch fish as an ointment as exposes aphrodisiacs. So that is also true that there are so many animals being poached, and dolphin is one. There are so many reasons. Water restricted flow. So yes, there are so many due to construction of so many dams and other irrigation related projects. So this prevent their movement, the free movement of dolphins. They are more susceptible to inbreeding and other threats as well. So this also is a major challenge for dolphins. And other reasons being, then dolphins below a dam are endangered due to increased fishing activity and vessel traffic. So yes, that is also true that there are so many fishing activities being taken place at Ganga River, and there are so many conflicts of huge vessels. There are huge cargoes which are traveled, and we all know that there is a national waterways project has also been made. So they also have less food because of dam disruption. Because what happens, fishes will lose their track because of excessive dam construction. So the breeding cycle of fishes is also affected. The breeding cycle of habitats is also affected. So it is both the ways. Since dolphins are dependent on fishes and the habitat, the breeding cycle of both fishes and dolphin is affected, then ultimately it is the loss of dolphins. Next slide, please. So this is the status of our conservation. So as per Wildlife Protection Act 1972, they are placed under Schedule 1. And as per IUCN, they are kept as endangered. Now, as per CITES, that is Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species, they're kept in Appendix 1. Then Convention on Migratory Species, then they are kept under Appendix 2. So these are the initiatives taken to conserve dolphins. Next slide, please. So these are the conservation efforts. First is National Dolphin Research Center, NDRC. So there is a proposal that NDRC will be built on a 4,400 square meter plot of the land on the Patna University campus to conserve the endangered gigantic river dolphin. So this will be a proposal for the Dolphin Research Center. Then we have a dolphin sanctuary. The Vikramshila Ganges Dolphin Sanctuary has already been established in Bihar. And then we have the National Ganga River Dolphin Day, which is celebrated on 5th of October. The NMCG, or National Mission for Clean Ganga, observes National Ganga River Dolphin Day. Next slide, please. So what are the conservation plans? The Conservation Action Plan for the Ganga River dolphin was 2010 to 2020, which identified threats to gangetic dolphins and impact of river traffic, irrigation canals, and depletion of prey based on dolphin population. So as we are aware that there is such a huge traffic on rivers and there's so many irrigation canals. So such a action plan was required to conserve the dolphins. The National Ganga River Basin Authority, which is replaced by National Ganga Council in 2009, and constructed a working group under the Patna University to prepare a conservation action plan for gangetic dolphin in 2009. Then we have the National Aquatic Animal. Since in 2009, during the first meeting of the National Ganga River Basin Authority, this gangetic river dolphin was declared as a national aquatic animal. So, which is proud for us because our former Prime Minister Sri Manmohan Singh ji has made this initiative for the first time at the global level. The National Mission for Clean Ganga celebrates 5th October as National Ganga River Dolphin Day. Next slide, please. Project Dolphin. So this Project Dolphin was initiated. So what is it? So it is an initiative which got in principal approval in 2019 at the first meeting of National Ganga Council, which was headed by our Honorable Prime Minister. Project Dolphin is one of the activities planned under Earth Ganga. Now, what is Earth Ganga? Earth Ganga deals with the economics associated with Ganga. So it deals with all the economies that can be generated because of River Ganga, as it can be ecotourism, it can be fishing, or it can be various other researchers programs that we can think of, and which is an ambitious interministerial initiative of the government approved in 2019. Project Dolphin will be the lines of Project Tiger, which has helped increase the tiger population. So we are trying to repeat or retaliate the same Project Tiger, as we all are aware of, that we are the proud nation to have 70% of the world's tiger population. And we were supposed to achieve the target, which we had done earlier, 2 years earlier. And recently we have 3,009 something tigers all across the world, and 70% belongs to our country. So, and we have done it by ensuring all the strict measurements. So based on the same principles, Project Dolphin is also targeted. It is expected to be implemented by the Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change. So it will be implemented by our ministry, MOEFCC. Yeah. So these are the some images, clippings from different sources that they have mentioned. So Project Ganga, this Project Dolphin will be conducted for 10 years. And it takes care of all the biodiversity, all different animals. And next slide, please. So this is a special conservation program which needs to be taken up for gangetic dolphin, which is our national aquatic animal, and also it is an indicator species for the river Ganga spread over several states. Now, what is indicator species? So indicator species is an organism or often a microorganism or a plant that serves as a measure of the environmental condition that exists in a given locality. So we have considered Ganga River dolphin as the indicator species. So what it will happen? It occurs, it is found at the topmost tropic level. So it consumes fishes, and fishes consumes phytoplanktons, etc. So if we will preserve Ganga River dolphin, entire river ecosystem will be preserved. As the gangetic dolphin is at the top of the food chain, as it's already mentioned, protecting the species and its habitat will ensure conservation of aquatic lives of the river. So far, the National Mission for Clean Ganga, which implements the government's flagship scheme, Namami Gange, has been taking some initiatives for saving dolphins. So they have taken so many attempts to save dolphins. Next slide, please. So this is how we can build capacity building programs. Like NMCG has volunteers above 18 years, which are known as Ganga Prairies. So this is under NMCG. And what will they do? They will educate villagers. So there are several stages like village level micro planning, ecological survey, mobilizing local communities. So these volunteers will mobilize local communities. They will monitor and protect even plantation sites. They will establish link between people and the current schemes that will come by the government. Then cleanliness of rivers and ghats is also being maintained by Ganga Prairies. Skill building in alternative livelihood. They will be the first one to ensure if the animal is in stress or distress. They will develop liaison with the state forest department. So this is all the parameters that we have. They will be taken care by Ganga Prairies. Then who are Ganga Prairies once again? They are the young volunteers who are above 18 years of age. So they will get certificate as well for that. And in case they are less than 18 years of age, so they can also do volunteership, but they will be called as Bal Ganga Prairies. So this is how we will be ensuring this project and ensuring the biodiversity of Ganga River as well as the dolphins. So that's it. Next slide, please. That's it for the day. Thank you.
Thank you, Disha.
You're welcome.
Hello, everyone. Before we move ahead with the question and answer session, could you please fill up the attendance sheet for the e-certificates? The link is put it in the chat box. And we're now ready to take up doubts and queries related to this session. So if there's anything I want to ask about, please put it in the chat box.
So I have some questions that were being asked as early queries. So I would like to discuss on that. Someone asked that how can we save Ganga genetic dolphins? So as we have already covered the conservation status and the project dolphin, how it will be taken care of and saving genetic dolphins. Next, we have the second question that is there any interesting fact about their genetic materials? Is there any similarity with their genes and human genes as the mind can be trained to do anything? So yes, based on this question, as we all know, the human DNA is we have 46 chromosomes, right? 2n is equals to right 46, and the chromosomes in found in dolphins is 44. So what happens? They have adaptive evolution in the nervous system, the genes of nervous system. So their behavior becomes similar to us. Henceforth, their minds are so considered to be intelligent, but it's not the actual, the only thing that because of huge brain size, because of the quantity of brain ensures the intelligence. There are so many other factors like white matter to gray matter ratio. So these are the things. And the next question that we have is conservation of sea fauna and enhancing breeding. So for conservation of sea fauna, there's so many campaigns being conducted. There's so many organizations which are working, like Marine Mammal Protection Act 1972. Okay, so there's so many efforts being conducted. Now we have another thing. Please give updates on type of innovative initiatives taken up over the year for conservation of dolphins, status of dolphins conservation, and major research institutes and depths departments working for real-time monitoring of dolphin population. So yes, the innovative initiatives that are being taken over include the satellite telemetry system over 2 to 3 months and photographic. We have resightings. We have photographic resightings over up to 3 years. So these are the methodologies. Now there's a question like cause of depletion on dolphin population in Ganga. So the reason, as I have already mentioned, the threats which were bycatch, pollution, construction of dams, so etc. These were already discussed in the slide. How does climate change affect the dolphin population? Absolutely, if there will be a climate change, there will be a temperature change, there will be a heat wave. So what will happen? The dolphins mostly found in temperate and tropical zones. If the temperature will increase more, then they will rush to the northern parts. And if you see our South Asian continent, right, which is already covered by a landmass, is to escape. As a result, they will suffer from the heat waves. And there is a reporting that uh, the calves reproduce, the number of calves or birth rate is also reduced. And that reduced calf, the birth rate has not recovered since 6 years. So this is how it will affect. Now, how does is any known disease in Indian gigantic dolphin? So the disease remains common for other dolphins as well. So obviously they will have congenital diseases like scoliosis, kyphosis. There will be fungal diseases as well, including lobomycosis. They might have tumors. They might have disorders and their Sertoli cells, etc. Now, Ganga dolphin is an indicator species. Yes, I have discussed this thing as well. It is an indicator species as it is found on the topmost topic level. And again, there's the last question. This is too awesome if we are working on ground level and trying to people and policymaker to aware about it. As I've discussed about Ganga Praharis and Bal Ganga Praharis, so they are actually working in coordination. The WII and NMCG, they all are working in collaboration, collaborating with researchers, scientists, local villagers, filmmakers. So, somehow, filmmakers is an entertainment part of entertainment, but yes, they all are collaborating. So these were the early queries which were asked during your registration. Okay. So now, as I can see, the question is, how do aquatic mammals see in the dark? So I can say this thing that dolphins, especially in context of dolphins, I can say that they are found in the shallow regions of temperate and tropical areas. And they do have lenses. It's just the Ganga River dolphin is without lenses, henceforth it uses ultrasonic waves. But other dolphins have lenses, and they are basically found in shallow regions of tropical and temperate regions. So sunlight is possible there, right? And if you say complete darkness, then obviously even we won't be able to see everything in complete darkness. See, habitat degradation affected if I see, if there is a dam construction, if somebody is constructing a dam, so what will happen? Obviously, if a dam will be constructed, there was a free movement of dolphins earlier. And if you have constructed something, so that space is preoccupied. So eventually it is a habitat destruction. The major causes for the depletion of dolphin includes like fishing, dam construction, poaching. These are already, as I have discussed these already, and they are the major ones. To suggest something, it will be from both the ways. uh, uh, we have to come up as people. We have to ensure that we if we do not live near Ganga river, then certainly the first thing that we can do is reduce our consumption of the plastics. If we are doing such an effort, then certainly it will be the impact will be shown at that place as well. These are the only questions that I have seen. So is there anything people would like to ask?
I think there are few at the end.
Uh,
Do you want me to read it out for you? Do you want me to read it out for you?
yeah, sure, please. How do
Uh,
how do dol-
okay, you could go ahead.
how do dolphins evolve to be like whales? Is it due to their habitat that they adopted a whale-like appearance and food habits? Whales also fall under cetacean. Okay, they are also whales and dolphins. See, whales, dolphins, porpoises are members of cetacean. Henceforth, they have similarities. And dolphins then disintegrated into the families Delphinidae, Pontoridae. This is how it is.
Disha, would
Okay,
you like to?
freshwater dolphin is evolutionary ahead. How freshwater dolphin plays in evolution? I'm sorry about this because I have kept my content limited to other areas, so I have not concentrated on the evolutionary part, but certainly will help with the same. It's Chintan Bhat. I'm sorry, I will not be able to answer this. Thank you. So there's a question. So Project Dolphin is already been going on, and the Project Dolphin is not only about Ganga River dolphin. It includes the marine dolphins. As we all know, India has a huge uh, EEZ, that is exclusive economic zone, where a lot of marine animals can be sighted. So, and as I have discussed initially about Irrawaddy dolphin in Chilika Lake, and the birth rate is quite high. So even these dolphins are also considered, and Project Dolphin covers both.
All right, Ms. Disha, would you like to take any more questions?
I'm sorry, I couldn't get you.
Would you like to take any more questions?
I'm done. If anyone wants to ask, they can ask right now or else in the WhatsApp group.
Yeah, that works. If anyone has any other queries, they could ask it in the WhatsApp group. All right, with this, we've come to an end of this webinar. Thank you, Ms. Bisha, for a wonderful session. I'm sure your experience is going to help most of us, and certainly this will open various channels for us. I want to especially thank you for your passion and all the in-depth knowledge you got into with the topics, and for making this webinar and its approach so simple to us. We would also like to inform you that if you want to learn more about cybersecurity in wildlife crime, do join our webinar on the same, which will be conducted on the 18th of September. The original charge is 350, but for all of you who joined today and wait till the end, we have an exclusive discount for you. That is rupees 299. So if any of you are interested, please let us know. We will proceed accordingly. Thank you.